Welcome back to Lee's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today, if you found this message, it was meant for you. So we are going to do a mini Celtic cross or Celtic cross and see what's going on between you and your person, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is an email address in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go. Where's it? Past, future, reason, and potential. Okay, here we go. So the overall energy that we have for this reading is the Queen of Pentacles. This is an earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart towards Virgo Capricorn. And what this card is talking about is you wanting to have a relationship, a long-term relationship that's, stable and committed. Okay. Underneath this, we have the Five of Pentacles. So this is talking about, you feeling left out in the cold in the past. You probably may have had a lot of different relationships that haven't worked out for one reason or another. Or for some of you, it could be the same situation occurring again and again and again, but just different bodies, right? The same thing happening with different people. Underneath this, we've got the Eight of Cups. This is talking about walking away. I feel like, for a lot of you, you may want to just give up on your love life because things haven't been panning out the way that you wanted them to. And then we've got the Page of Swords here, and it's talking about delays. So this is an air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And this can also speak of watching. We know you're watching because you're watching the tarot card reading. Your person could be watching you as well. But I feel like you're just sick and tired of the delays and all of the obstacles and blocks that you may feel like, are occurring in your love life. Okay, we're going to start by clarifying this Queen of Pentacles. So we've got sorrow. Okay, it says deep distress caused by loss, disappointment, or other misfortune suffered by oneself or others. So I feel like what's going on here, like I said, you want to walk away from your love life, collective, because you feel like nothing has been going the way that you've wanted it to. Like you have not had a lot of luck when it comes to love. Okay. All right. Let me get a card for your person. Yeah. Okay. So what's going on with your person is they're dealing with self-worth issues. That's why they've walked away from you. They don't feel like they're good enough for you. It's not an issue of, how people say it's not you, it's me. It really is this person. It's not you. This is something you know this. If you've suffered from this in the past, collective, when you feel like you're unworthy, it causes you to self-sabotage on almost every level in all areas of your life, not just your love life. Okay. Okay, so let's move on. So this first card here, excuse me, represents the present. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles, okay? Earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart towards Virgo Capricorn. So this is about a new beginning when it comes to love, okay? For something stable and committed, right? To have found your person, the person you can settle down with and have a long-term commitment with this Ace of Pentacles. Hold on one second. I'm going to clarify. Okay. Okay. So this is about you learning how to open yourself up, how to trust what is happening, even if it's not what you expected to happen, and continuing to open yourself up to the situation. I'm not saying open yourself up to a situation if, somebody's being abusive, whether it's emotionally, physically, or mentally. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I actually just talked about this in the Virgo reading. So if you are a Virgo or you have Virgo placements, you may want to take a look at that. But I talk about the fact that nobody gets into a relationship expecting to hurt people. Nobody gets into a relationship expecting to make, a lot of mistakes. I feel like, you go in with the intention of doing what you can to work it out. So if you're in something with somebody and, they've made mistakes, I'm sure you've made mistakes as well. This is about learning how to give your partner grace and them learning how to give you grace, and the two of you still just moving on. Okay. So for your person, we've got heartbreak. So your person's heartbroken by what happened in this situation. Okay. Like I told you, they're dealing with self-worth issues. And so it's caused them to, quote unquote, shoot themselves in the foot because they don't feel worthy of you. Okay. It's not that they don't love you. It's not that they don't want the Ace of Pentacles as well. It's not that they don't see you as the Queen of Pentacles, the person that they could spend, a long term, spend their life in a long term relationship with, or spend the rest of their life with. It's not that at all. They want to be with you because look at the person. They're holding roses here. Some of you may have moved on with someone else, and so they could be heartbroken because of that, or this could be them thinking in their mind that if I don't do something, this is what's going to end up happening. Or they could have thought, okay, I feel like this, I might as well just go ahead and self-sabotage or go ahead and let them go because this is what's going to end up happening anyway. Okay. All right. So when it comes to what went down in the past, we have the Nine of Wands. So this is the wounded warrior. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is that both you and your person have been through wounds. You've had to suffer slings and arrows of being in a relationship. Because like I told you, nobody goes into a relationship expecting to get hurt, expecting to hurt other people, and do so on and so forth. But when you are moving through life, you move with what you do the best you can. And sometimes people end up being collateral damage because of what happened. And I don't mean damage like I said, they set out to do it. Things just happen sometimes. It could be like, for instance, you could have a partner that focuses a lot on work. And it's not that they don't love you. It's not that they don't want to be in a relationship with you. It's that they have to learn that if they want to have a long-term relationship, and if they see you like this, they're going to have to start to reprioritize and make time to be with you. So sometimes you have to give people a chance. A lot of times, if you just let the person know what's going on and they have the same mindset as you, they want to fix the relationship, they will, do what is necessary to step up and do that. Because this is how you find out if the person, really wants to be in a relationship or not, when the hardship happens, not when everything is good, because it's easy to be in a relationship when everything is good, right? It's when things start to go downhill that, you have to arrest that momentum. You have to nip it in the bud. You have to try and, and get it before it gets bad. Okay. So with the Nine of Wands, like I said, I feel like a lot of, both of you and your person, a lot of you in the collective have been hurt over and over and over again. That's why I talk about healing. Spirit is giving me messages of healing for you to heal yourself so that you don't have to keep adding to the wands. So you don't end up, constantly feeling like the wounded warrior. So it's not the same situation going on over and over and over again, just with different people. Okay. Let's clarify. Okay. So when it comes to you, we've got guilt wounds. It's talking about feeling sorry, using guilt to manipulate, being afraid to set boundaries. These are some of the things that need to be explored to, to either lessen the impact of this card or to keep you out of, keep you in a situation where you have less issues with your person. Okay. Because as I've always told y'all in the past, each partnership is only as strong as each individual. It's just like how they say the chain is only as strong as its weakest link. It's the same thing with the partnership. So if both people are in the connection, they're dedicated and they're doing the best they can to work at the connection, that's what's gonna, make the partnership as a whole a better situation. Okay. Okay, when it comes to your person, we've got solitude. This is like the Hermit card. I feel like your person is really thinking about what happened between the two of you and just trying to solidify it and figure out in their mind like what they did wrong, what you did wrong, what what can be done in the future to stop this from happening over and over again. What happened with the two of you with the heartbreak. Okay, so when it comes to the future, we've got the Five of Swords. So this can speak of somebody playing games. It can speak of, not wanting to open up. It can speak of, negative aspects of the relationship, of being in a relationship. Let me clarify. Let's see why this is coming out. Five of Swords, please, Spirit. Okay, Five of Swords for their person. Okay. Okay. So in the future, this is about you, choosing yourself and walking away out of self-respect, knowing your value and your self-worth. So I feel like what Spirit is saying that is that if you choose to get back together with this person or to be with this person and they're not stepping up to the plate or showing you what what you need in order to be able to move forward in this connection, Spirit is telling you that, this is a situation where you have to put yourself first. Okay. When it comes to, when it comes to your person, it's because they feel unworthy. So they're going to self-sabotage until they get out of this energy. Okay. The reason why this is all happening is the Seven of Wands. Okay. This is talking about like having to fight for this connection. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is you can have a partnership with this person, okay? But you have to fight and they have to fight for it as well. It can't be a thing where one person is giving 100% and the other person is giving 50 or 25 or 5% because that's not going to work, okay? Let's clarify. Seven of Wands. Okay. So for you, this is Spirit saying that, you need to learn how to trust. Okay. How to trust and know that even if you go into this situation and it doesn't work out the way you wanted it to, you know how to end up landing on your feet at the end of the day. Not to say you won't get hurt, because like I said, that's the, when you get into a relationship, that's always a potential. It's a potential to get hurt. It's a potential for things to work out. But even if it's a potential for things to work out and they do work out, it still doesn't mean that, you won't end up getting hurt, because like I said, it's bound to happen because you're two different beings with two different experiences coming into a relationship, trying to learn how to coexist together. Okay. All right. When it comes to your person, they've got toxic addiction. So they could be drinking. It says drinking, drugs, sex, gambling, alcohol. It could be any of those things. And if this is what's going on in the connection, it's gonna be a deal breaker, I feel like, for a lot of you, because relationships are difficult enough when two people come into it and they don't have a monkey on their back. Okay. All right. So the potential, this is the potential of the relationship. If the both of you work together, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a soulmate card, and it's talking about, this amazing relationship. So you have the potential of the both of you having good luck in this connection, and it standing the test of time, but it has to be both people putting in, the same amount of effort. Okay, let's clarify. So yeah, this is depressed. I'm sorry, collective. I know how this feels about being depressed about it, because it's two people and you can't do the whole relationship by yourself. Your person may need to go through an ego death. Okay, this is about fear and anxiety and limiting beliefs and toxic thinking patterns and toxic thinking patterns. And I'm sure this is not helping the situation. Okay. So at the end of the day, you know what I always tell you, you have to figure out what is best for you. Okay. Because everybody, like I said, I always say when you're in a relationship with somebody, they pick up your stuff, you pick up their stuff. And so you have to go into it loving yourself and putting yourself first, and knowing that, if there are too many red flags, or if the person is in a situation, in an energy where they don't want to help themselves or they don't want to try to fix the relationship, then you just gonna have to leave. So I'm getting some messages from your person. A lot of them fell. Okay. The first one says, I feel empty without you. So like I said, it's not about this person not loving you or not having the same feelings as you. They're just dealing with they're just dealing with self-worth issues. Okay. So we've got, I struggle with revealing my true feelings and emotions, but I love you more than you think. Okay. So this person does. They really do love you. But if they don't love themselves, there's nothing that you can do to help them with that. And then we've got, our connection is complicated. There are issues out of our control. So there's some other things going on behind the scenes that you probably don't even know anything about, some secrets. And then the last card says, I hope to have a future with you one day. So this person may try to come back later on, and that could have something to do with this heartbreak card too. This heartbreak card may show up again after you've moved on with someone else, because sometimes it's the right person in the wrong time, Oh, I'm sorry to hear that this reading went in that direction, but I wish you the best. You have to decide what is best for you, collective. Okay. I hope this helped you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's an email address in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.